Father was in charge of the umbrella racks and the bike sheds at Buckingham Palace. He was a palace spokesman.
Mrs. Sefton needs the man, Mrs. Sefton needs the man. Aspidestra in her hand, aspidestra in her hand. Come on, dearie, pull up your skirt. Hey, hey, have a nice dance and grab hold of her.
Horrible.
And there he was, Kenny Everett himself, and look at the difference. Lot of hair gone.
Well, thank you. Did you have to do that?
You were a very bonny young lad, actually, weren't you?
I think I look older there, though, don't you?
What, with the moustache?
Mm.
But that was 20 years ago, Kenny, at Granada, wasn't it?
Good heavens. You've suffered me for 20 years, thank you.
That's extraordinary, isn't it?
Mm.
Did you enjoy that very first television appearance, or was it frightening and, you know, a bit worrying?
It was terrifying. We had an audience of about 200 or 300 people in. And I always remember wondering to myself why they'd come, you know? And now I see it on television, I'm sure they were crazy.
Let me also introduce our two other guests here. Paul Ciani, who is Kenny's producer, new producer, effectively, on this series.
He's responsible!
And Barry Cryer, who has worked with Kenny for how long, Barry?
I think television-wise, about 10 years, I think.
10 years.
With the other side.
Oh dear. Hello, Jonathan. We at night time have heard that this naughty man at Blackpool Pleasure Beach that earns his living by working a machine that blows hot air up young ladies' skirts. It's disgraceful, so we've sent Jonathan to investigate.
Hello, Sid Snot here. Don't forget, playing your tranny loud annoys the neighbours. Another good one is emptying your rubbish over the fence. Or tying bricks to the cat. Or thanking little old lady.
Hello. I've just rushed over from the offices of ITN with this quick news flash. To keep in line with our European Economic Community partners, next Tuesday is being held on a Wednesday, 4 o'clock is being held at 7:45, and Shrove Tuesday now becomes Sheffield Wednesday. Hello, and welcome to another edition of Through the Eero, in which we explore the bodies of famous celebrities. Come with us now, dear viewer, into the lug of a mega personality, Derek Jameson. Trepidation. Armageddon. Well, here I am in Derek's ear. Ooh, look at the wax in here. Shouldn't think the ear a thing. Mind you, that would explain a lot. Through here should be the brain. Hello! Hello, brain! Wait a minute. I can hear a distant rumbling sound. Oh no! The giant cotton bud! Ah! Hello. We're going to send you up the pole and round the bend now as we bounce your eyeballs all over your living room with the aid of this little box of tricks here, a computerized doodah that sends your picture potty. And here we go. For instance, if you twist the knob round here like that, you can go that way in any direction at any speed, or the opposite direction like that. You can flip it that way, flip it that way, or flip it that way, and twist and turn and generally make an absolute nuisance of ourselves. Whee! Of course, you can get it back to normal just by going coink, and do something really complicated like waddle the picture away, or make it do really sexy things by pressing recall effect 1, 2, where's 3 gone? Oh, there it is. Run. Watch this, you'll like this. Well, it's been fun, folks. See you later. Bye.
Kenny, you really got into all those techniques, didn't you? And I remember thinking that was pretty much the first time I'd understood how all those things were done. Was it your idea to use all those television techniques in the series?
I've always been a technically minded person. That's how I got into the business. I used to have 2 tape machines at home in Liverpool and just messed around and made little shows for friends. I bought the machines with my paper round money.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, and I used to do a little show, and somebody said, "What? Instead of sending us little shows and bothering us, why don't you bother the BBC?" So I sent one off to the Beeb, and they got me down and made me into the star you see before you.
Well, the star you see before you is ready to take your calls. Let me just hear a quick word from our other two guests. Paul Ciani, you've come in on the new series, and I have to say that the number of criticisms of the show have dwindled in our open air call room since you came in. Isn't that a bit of a failure?
Oh, good start. Could be seen as a failure, could be seen as a success, maybe.
But you have actually softened it, haven't you?
We do go out at 8 o'clock now, so we have to be a bit careful of the family viewing and the watershed and whatever.
Barry Cry, are you aware of this, that you've worked for a long time with Kenny? Are you aware, were you asked to soften it?
It's a question of the slotting of what time you're on, because I always remember meeting a lady. We used to be on after Top of the Pops, do you remember? And I met a lady who had 3 kids, and she said she leapt for the set to switch it off after Top of the Pops because she wanted to watch him, but she didn't want her children to watch. And I said, why? And she said, should be on later. I always remember that, because children, I think, have always enjoyed the show, but it was never specifically designed for children.
No.
But you find a softening process setting in if you're on before the famous, what is it, watershed.
Would you all prefer it later? Very quickly?
I would personally.
Well, yes, we do.
About 3 in the morning.
No, you can be really naughty, yeah. Let's take some calls, Kenny, because there's lots of people.
Be nice.
You can take it. All right, we've got Brian Brown on the phone, I think it is. Hello, Brian.
It's Darren.
Oh, Baron, hello.
Darren.
Darren. Right, sorry, love, I've got something in my ear
Pattie,
today.
hello.
Hello.
Kenny. My question to Kenny Everett is, what character of all the shows did you enjoy playing most?
I think the one with the legs.
Yeah, that's my
Cupid
favourite.
stunt. Yeah, but the reason we dropped that was because to get into that frock, I mean, it's anguish, because you know the things you pull on your feet. I don't know whether you've had fishnets on, Darren. They pull all your hairs the wrong way. Oh, it's anguish. And the eyelashes, they're great big long things that you have to put them on with glue to keep them in place. And it's okay putting it on. In fact, it's quite exciting, really. But getting them off is murder, because when you pull the fishnets off, all your hairs come with them. And when you pull on your eyebrows, going, it's agony.
Now you know
don't do it, Darren.
Now you know what it's like being a woman, don't you?
Well, yes.
Darren, which is your favourite
The one
character?
he was just on about.
Pardon?
The one he was just on about.
Oh,
About
really?
the legs, yeah. I was going to say that first thing.
Do you think the programme's gone a bit softer recently, Darren?
The last 6 episodes, though, the first 3 were a bit slow, but the last 3 were getting better and that, and I enjoyed the last one and that. That was my favourite, when the audience were clapping him when he went off.
Oh, good. So it just got good and then we've stopped.
Such is life.
Well, thank you, Darren, and just for you.
Thank you very much, Dan.
You're welcome.
Oh, great. We've got David